It looks good, it looks good! What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Family. So this week I'm pretty alone. This new place that I moved, this new house. But yeah, like all the people leaving, they left, and especially like the landlord, which was like left, and also another guy that I was sharing it with this house with, and he left eventually. But the house is pretty nice, it's pretty big, so it looks super, yeah, it's like in the middle of like in the nature. I mean, it's not super new, obviously, it's pretty old, but yeah, the interesting thing is that I found this place through Blocket. And it has a super nice garden. Yeah, that's probably like one of the main reasons why I moved here. Yeah, it feels really nice. There's actually kind of like some mosquitoes, but that's quite common because it's like it's summer, and in Sweden it's pretty common to have these like mosquitoes and stuff during summer, not during winter. Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, for what I'm paying, to be honest, and what they offer in this house, I'm pretty happy, not gonna lie. But yeah, today I actually wanted to go to my old place because I still have it, so now I have like these two places in Stockholm. But like, yeah, I'm quite tired of just taking the underground and like the train and going there. I did it like for the past week, I did it like 5 or 6 times, and it takes like around 45-50 minutes. So I'm like, no, I'm just gonna record the video. I'm just gonna record the video in the car. Today I want to talk about how to actually, because I did a video about that I think it was like a couple of months ago, about like how to approach and how to pick up a girl accordingly and successfully. And I wanted to share like some of the most important aspects or like things that made that interaction successful. So you can see the video over there, like I will link it around here or maybe like on the description down below. But the first thing is that I started talking about something random and not sexually or non like sexual related stuff. I remember I started talking about something related, like something about the country which I think was Lithuania. Yeah, so in that moment it was interesting because of the fact that I just was asking her something that obviously was not like sexually related. So because whenever you talk with a girl about something which is not sexually related, her defense, or like just like talking like super straight, like, hey, what's up, how's it going, or like, hi, what's your name, or like, hi, I'm Borja, or like, hi, I'm whatever name, you know, like wherever your name is. Because whenever you go this direct, the defenses from the other person, or like in this case from the girl, they are higher, you know, and like the defenses will be super high, and most of the cases she will reject you. It doesn't matter if you're super cute, if you're super strong. Like in most of the cases, the defenses of the girl will be like, whoa, what's this guy? What does this guy want? You know. And the best scenario is to actually fucking mosquitoes. Yeah. So eventually the best solution is to talk or like start talking about something randomly out of the blue, you know, like, I don't know, if you're like in the supermarket, just like, hey, where do you know, hi, can you help me, or like, hi, do you know where this sells by any chance, or like, you know, something like asking her like a location or something related with the environment. You know, if you're for example in the metro, ask her about specific line, or about, do you know where's the hi, and after you get a proper answer from the girl, like, you know, like kind of like, yeah, I know it's over there, or maybe she says like, you know, I don't know, then just keep talking about that around, you know, such as the defenses of the girl are low. Because I mean, basically the girl will be thinking, okay, he just wants something from me which is not like sexually related, or like he just wants directions, or he wants help to find something. So this is the best way to later say something like, hey, actually I know where's this place or something like that, but I actually found you attractive, and I wanted to say hi and talk to you. Then by doing that, the girl will realize the defenses of the girl will be low, and then she will actually say like, okay, yeah, he wanted to talk to me, but also about knowing me more. Because a woman in this case will be like with the low defenses, like first she will be thinking, okay, he just wants help from me or like directions, but also he wants to know me apart from just directions, you know. So it's much more smoother, and it doesn't start so like as a like, you know, like, oh, like he just wants to fuck with me, or he just wants to he just wants to fuck with me, and that's all, right? Or like he wants, yeah, it's too direct. So this is definitely the perfect way to start talking with a girl that you don't know, like in a scenario which is not like party or like alcohol involved, like in a party. Mosquitoes. One of the reasons I left Spain, it was because of the mosquitoes, at least in the area where I was living when I left, and now I came to a place where there's also a lot of mosquitoes. The funny thing is that in Spain the mosquitoes are all day long and all night long, like biting, and here it's only during the night because now it's getting dark. So I guess that's the main reason. So the second trick or advice, however you want to call it, is to observe the expressions and the acts or like the behaviors that the girl, like physically, I mean talking about physically, that she's having. So for example, in case she's like crossing like the arms, or she's like touching specific parts or like her neck, or like especially if she does like this, like with the arms, like crossing the arms, is because she might feel a bit like protecting by herself, which is super common obviously if you start talking with a girl that you don't know and that she doesn't know you and she doesn't trust you, obviously, because she doesn't know you. Because in that situation it might mean two things. One, either that she feels like a little bit uncomfortable and she wants to protect herself, or also at the same time she feels like, because in most of the cases, like she likes you and she's trying to, you know, like protect somehow, and she wants to, yeah, like you don't cross and then she crosses. So it might be these two reasons. Like the third one is interesting because it's not like sketchy, but it happens, you know, and it happened to me, yeah, more than once, not gonna lie with that, but it's something that it's normal, you know, and like, especially with phones and nowadays it's quite common to see that. But it's also good in case you see it, you know, and you already know things and how to move things forward, either to move it or how to react or how to act yourself. And that is when you see phone or the smartwatch or wherever, like some sign that gives you or tells you that she might have a boyfriend. For example, a typical thing is that she has a phone on the hand, right? And you see that she has a picture with a guy, you know, and like hugging and stuff like that. So most probably is that guy is her boyfriend. So in that case, you kind of like know that, okay, she probably might have a boyfriend, and from that on you can either ask her like, hey, is that your boyfriend, or just like move things out or forward without like being super interested in her because of that. And I mean, most of the cases this happens because of the screen lighting up and then you see it, and yeah, it's something that can happen also the other way around, that you talk with a girl or like I don't know, in the club or something, and then you have a phone also with a girl, and then she sees, and yeah, that's something that can happen. The fourth one is related to speaking, to talking in a conversation. Couple of more advice. But as I was saying, that is when she speaks more than you, and that's good. Like you throw like the questions, like kind of like interesting questions about her life, or like asking like, yeah, basically interesting questions, and then she's kind of like explaining and talking more than you, instead of just you being more quiet. And it's important to be able and to know how to listen to women, and this is actually one of the biggest things, that whenever you have an interaction with a girl, if she talks more than you and you ask more, and you're not just like talking about your life and your achievements, all this bullshit, you know, it's much better if she talks more than you and she explains different stuff. That's the best and ideal scenario in my opinion. Then the fifth is that to seem and to also be. So if you don't, make sure you do, doing, I don't know, different stuff, going to gym, doing side hustling, or working more, or I don't know, meeting all the type of people, or whatever thing that you think it's good for you, to like not kill time, but do profitable time and use your time for the best way. And that is to tell her that you have to run. You're gonna run. I remember when I was in the airport, I had to run because I had that flight, and I had to take the flight, so I had to leave the conversation in that moment. But the best is to like, hey, I have to run, I have all the stuff to do, but it would be nice. I think you look interesting, you look cool. Do you want to hang out? And then you ask her for the number or the Instagram or whatever thing you want to communicate with her. In the best cases, I would suggest it's better to ask for the Instagram instead of the number, or like the Snapchat, for example, and then move things forward. And then if she is okay with talking with you through Instagram, then you ask for the number. But obviously in that situation, I had the chance to talk with her because she was waiting, and I was also waiting for my flight, even though it was earlier. In that case, it was not necessary to say, hey, I gotta run, But in case you're, for example, in the supermarket, or like, I don't know, wherever you are, like in the gym or in uni. So the best is like to start the interaction as how I explained, something like kind of random and not sexually, like do not talk sexually. Then you say like, hey, you look interesting, or like you ask for the name and stuff like that. And then after, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes at most, say something like, yeah, I gotta run, I have stuff to do, probably you too, but we could hang out. And it's important to say it after you showed the interest, after you said that you showed the interest, after you told her, I think you look cool. And then in the end, in that moment when you say, I gotta run, but it would be nice to hang out, give me your number. Because then, to be honest, that's the best way, like to either get a rejection after asking for the number. Maybe she says like, yeah, I would like, but I have a boyfriend or something like that. But then it's okay, you just like move things, then you show interest for another girl. And that's pretty much it. That's how life works. It's kind of funny that in this channel, whenever I talk about dating, and I don't know, the videos get more views. So it's I like about to talk about marketing, and that's what I'm doing in a course I'm taking on marketing and sales as well. Not so much sales, but more like marketing. But it's interesting that I only get more views when I talk about that. So yeah, in Friendly Talking, I'm gonna keep talking about that. And as I said, I might like change and do just one video every week on Friendly Talking, and then move the business related stuff, or like investment and marketing, business and investments, to another channel which is more like just talking about that. So yeah, that was pretty much it for today in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe here to Friendly Talking in case you haven't done that yet, and up here to see not my last upload, but the video on how to successfully start a conversation with a girl and pick her up and track her and get her Instagram or her number or whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and remember to stay always friendly.